Here's that rainy day they told me about, and I laughed at the thought.
Do you have a tail, or is that your hair in the back?
あ、これは髪の毛と下に尻尾があります。
Hair and a tail. Wow. The best of both worlds.
わあ、Thank you! 私の髪の毛と尻尾はとっても自慢の髪の毛と尻尾なんです。ありがとうございます。
Yeah, it really such a unique little character. It's mesmerizing. So anyway, I forgot the question.
Discovery Zone's got this excellent new Men in Black laser adventure. Save the Earth from the slime of the universe, and they'll make you an honorary MIB agent. There's this video wall, and birthdays are blasted, DZ. They're almost everywhere. Are you ready for the new DZ?
When we talk about crawfish, we talk about boiled crawfish, we talk about jambalaya, we talk about crawfish bread, we talk about crawfish pasta, crawfish etouffee, crawfish wrap, and crawfish jubilee.
There are no borders, there are no prime ministers, there are no presidents. There's only one nation, that's Kiss Nation. There's only one rock and roll national anthem. Rock and roll all night, party every day.
Well, you know it is a thrill when you go downhill, 'cause you're riding on the mountain of your own free will, and you're zipping in a flash on a daring dash down a waterfall so rapid that you go split splash. Splash Mountain.
There's the Rickmeister.
ボンバットファミリーと私たちのライブ放送へようこそ。私たちはあなたの視聴とリスニングの喜びのための素晴らしいショーを持っています。今あなたのホストスコッティ・ジェイロとジェリー・ケーブルに Stay Bombad を楽しんで覚えておいてください。
Welcome to the Bombadcast. What's going on, Bombad fam? Not very good, but it was something. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Bombadcast. Welcome, chat. Chat's on the screen.
If you want your chat on the screen, just send something. Happy to have everyone here. It's a wonderful Thursday as always. Super excited to be here because we have a very special guest, but we'll bring him in a moment. If you haven't ever checked out the Bombadcast, oh my God, what are you doing? Every Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We've been doing this show for it's going to be like 4 years. And dude, it's going to be 4 years in like June. That's sickening. But anyway, we've been doing this weekly for a long time. We've had a lot of fun doing this. Just join us. It's a weekly Star Wars experience. That's all I can say about it. Of course, every Wednesday, Bombad Gaming featuring yours truly. We did some Oculus VR games yesterday, and next week, I gotta hype this up. I really do. Me and Jared had been very excited for this. Next week, oh my God. Oh, I can't wait. Revenge of the Sith video game talk with Jared, Alden, Michael, Connor. It's going to be a cluster of voices, but Jared will have the floor most of the time while I play through this fantastic game. So look forward to that. Oh my God. By the way, making its great return this Saturday. I am so excited. I will actually be at a Mardi Gras ball, so I will not be able to watch it, but I will tune in and I'll just mention something in the chat. I'm so excited for Jerry. There's the thumb right here. Holy cow. Chase Hauser, that gay Jedi. They are going to be on Hyperfocus. That's Jerry's show where Jerry talks about things other than just Star Wars, deep interests. The guest guides the way. Of course, happy to be here as always. I've got some wonderful people in the chat. Look, we got Gregory. We've got Boop. We got Streaming Star Wars. Speaking of Streaming Star Wars, I can plug this real quick too, and I can plug it at the end as well. I'm going to be on Pete. I'm going to be on Streaming Star Wars tomorrow with Pete and Chris, and we're talking about our Star Wars hot takes, and I'm going to destroy Pete's Vader hot take. So get ready for that. I don't know if he's ready for that, but that's the point of hot takes. You got to get people riled up about it. Anyway, shout out to our patrons. You know who you are. Jerry, actually, I'll read them real quick. Trevor, Richard Rasputin, Preston Dugas, Buck O'Brien, Alden Diaz, David at K2S Bro, Trey, Michelle Mitchell, Wesley Roridge, Chase Hauser, Neil Lowry, Todd DeClartier, Brian Finnessy, Inver Peak Milk, Michael McBoy, Brian Fry, Jeff Qualilio, Jared the Dark Jedi, Seth Parnell, Nick Milky, Rick Villanueva, and the wonderful Gregory Hardy. Remember, it's not scripted, it's Bombad. All that being said, I'm excited for this evening's show. I am pumped to bring in our boy, our friend, and I'm going to play a little clip for him because he deserves it. Ya boy, Gerald the Kennel Cable Jokel.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Listen, Scotty, before we get going with the show tonight, I got to have everyone do something. I have to have this happen before we start this, before we bring our wonderful guest in, too. Okay?
What?
You ready?
Yeah.
Everyone, high five Paul! High five Paul, everyone!
High five Paul!
High five!
Neighbor
all right.
Paul.
We got to
We did it.
Listen.
Whew.
It's been too long. It's been
we
too
can't
long.
forget to do that.
No, you can't.
No,
we
can't.
It is as essential as breathing.
Yes.
But anyway.
Yeah, how are you?
Hi.
You excited for Hyperfocus, bud?
I am.
Look at this.
Chase came up with a very just interesting topic and everything. It's going to be a lot of fun to discuss with them. And I don't know, like they're just charisma and kindness incarnate. And so I can't wait to hang out with Chase. So just come hang out with us, call into the end of the show. And I don't know, it's going to be a fun night. It's going to be a real fun night. The return of Hyperfocus. And again, like I said, Hyperfocus is kind of changing a little bit where we're going to maybe do some different things every week. Maybe not have a guest every other week.
I'm excited.
And stuff. So
I'm looking forward to it.
We'll have to see what's going on. So even
now,
I don't know.
Our guests this evening, haven't they been on Hyperfocus as well?
Oh, our guest has been on Hyperfocus.
Oh
yes. And it was
Gus
quite an epic
the main
episode.
show. The main show. I mean, this is when you really get your.
It's honestly, it took too long. It took too long to get him on the show.
But we're here.
To get him on.
We're here. We get this video. Let's get this video rolling. For our buddy. Hey, mate, what are you doing here?
Wait, who invited you here?
Oh, I was close.
It's Goose.
What? Am I here? Is it? Am I at the Bombadcast? Is this happening?
This is Hey, listen, do not
what?
adjust your television set. If you're watching on a television set, I don't know. I don't know why you need to adjust it.
Yeah.
It's Goose.
It's kind of bright. It's kind of bright. So, you know,
That's right.
It's very
maybe
bright.
Goose.
It looks very nice and sunshiny where you are.
It's not actually. It's just that my mother has like very bright curtains, and you know,
those are
the
very
exposure. So
I
thank
see
you,
that
Mom.
now.
Thank you, Mom. You have a very nice house. And before anyone asks, I do not live with my parents. I'm just visiting for the holidays. Please believe me. It's the truth.
Listen, honestly, I wish I lived with my mom still. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Like
it's always one of those things when you're back and you're like, oh damn, this is why did I ever leave? And then you're there a month.
why
and
do I
it's just
leave?
like now I remember.
You get there about week 2, I think. Maybe
Yes.
maybe day 9. I'm not sure.
Yeah. That's when
that's Goose's mom.
that I agree. Jerry, do you mind when we get into this, or Gus, hold on before we I'm jumping the gun here. Gus, glad to have you here. Very excited, obviously. First Bombad soiree. We haven't asked our guest this in a minute. I even forgot to ask Joe Organa. So, Gus, we do this thing called.
What are you asking?
Well, we do this thing called best favorite most fun.
Oh, we did.
Yes. Can you hear us, Gus?
Yeah. This is
okay.
Live
Sorry.
in the Tropics internet. Not the best.
Oh,
but
it's all good. It's all good.
Did your mom take away your internet privileges?
Yeah. She heard me. She's like, "Oh, fuck you, little shit."
You do live with me.
Sorry.
So we do a thing with our guests
right,
called
you're right.
best favorite most fun, and this thing is kind of more of like it's about anything Star Wars related. You know, right now what you're experiencing, maybe what you really loved or what you really enjoyed about certain things in Star Wars, not even recently, just throughout your life. It's kind of a hard thing, but we know that when you categorize certain stuff in Star Wars, like this is the best Star Wars, that's obviously all up to you and your opinions. But this is more of a, what have you been digging lately? So what would you consider right now, just off the top of your head, nothing too heavy, your favorite? Why, and maybe why? What do you think?
I mean, it's odd because when you were explaining that, I'm thinking like, how can I distill the purest moment of joy that I've had with Star Wars? And for me, it's with acquisition of Disney, when I'm just like, oh. Can you hear me, guys?
You cut out for a second.
We heard a lot just a second and everything.
Yeah.
Maybe. Go. So like, when the acquisition happened, I'm just like, okay, well, like Star Wars is back. It's gonna be, and it's gonna be intense. And ever since then, it's just been this roller coaster.
Yeah.
Right. Of emotions, show, and movies, everything, and it's just like been nonstop. And I owe a lot to Disney in that sense, because ever since then, we got the sequel trilogy. After that, I went to Celebration, and after Celebration, I started talking with my co-host about like, hey, maybe we should stop talking about it offline and just talk about it. After that, it's just been like a crescendo of Star Wars positivity on top of positivity, and it's ever since the announcement of the or anything like that, but it's just an overall feeling of joy.
That's a very honest answer. I've thought about that a lot recently too, that as much as I love George Lucas and as much as I love a lot of the things that obviously he did with Star Wars originally, I just think Disney has taken so much of those huge themes and moments and things that we've had from the original and the prequel trilogy and just elevated them. I don't know. Disney is a beautiful thing. I agree, William. They've really gone above and beyond in that exact way. But yeah. So we're gonna let Gus come back. He's gonna fix his camera setting real quick because it might be too much upload on his part, but that's fine. I love hearing those kind of answers. I really do. Only because everyone has different perspectives when it comes to what they consider, their favorite. Obviously, mine's still the Phantom Menace. I think it's gonna stay up there for a very long time. You saw Paul was in the chat earlier. Paul never.
Well, I was gonna say, speaking of different opinions, they did Gina Carina Dirty. Paul, no.
He probably said it like this. Scotty knocking on my window. They did Gina, Nina, Karina, all kinds of dirty. And I'm like, pardon? They did it. They did a dirty. And I'm like, all right, whatever. It's fine. I just, you know how he is.
Yeah.
Who is that cute man under the beanie guy? That's
Listen,
Jerry.
I think you're talking
Paul,
because
you've
I
met
was
him.
on top. I was above you.
Yeah.
So I think he's talking about you. He's trying to give you a compliment by calling me. Who's that cute man under the beanie guy? Not, I don't know. Maybe Paul. I don't know. Paul, tell us who you're talking about. You talking about me, like who's under the beanie and everything?
Make sure everyone right now, just sends their love to Goose. Thoughts and prayers, in more particular.
Thoughts and
we
prayers.
got a bunch of
all
people
that.
tuning
Hey,
in. There we go.
You seem to be moving at a normal rate of speed now.
One of my new students that just came to school. There's a new kid in my class and homeroom class. Thank you for joining us, Brooke. This is exciting. But yeah,
I've heard good things about him.
Yeah, my favorite movie is Clones Movie, and I get no respect. Woodsy, that is a hot take. Good.
It is hot. Listen, it's a great take too. I love that you love that.
It is good. So before you left, Goose, we were talking obviously
unwillingly.
We didn't do that. It wasn't a forced push.
No.
So best favorite. Okay, let's do most fun. Then we save the best for last. So what's most fun? What would you consider most fun?
Star Wars Celebration Anaheim.
Oh, beautiful! I love you.
That's a great.
That's where we met.
Yes,
that's where we all really met.
That's where we met,
which is crazy.
I thought honestly, I feel I was catfished because I thought I met Paul Stanley.
You did.
It was
though.
yeah.
I was confused.
I'm like, I think I had to let you
Paul
down
Stanley
easy.
in an emo show. I was.
Why is that bearded man in a beanie his handler? Like, what's going on?
I don't understand.
No, what was funny? I think well, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase this. My neighbor Paul wasn't in any of the footage that was released after Mosh Isaac because they've done a bunch of promos, and I don't think they like the fact that someone showed up. It's like it's so punk they couldn't handle it. You know what I mean?
It was.
They were like, why did this asshole show up in like a glam rock look to a Star Wars?
You outstaged, or Paul Stanley did outstage everyone from Bayside and Story of the Year, and including our emo Jesus who showed up as an angel.
Yes,
long may he reign.
Long
part
may
of the
he
crowd.
reign. Yep. Oh my god.
Well, listen. I watched Paul Stanley walk into the pool area of the Marriott. Okay. And he scared the piss out of poor Joseph Scrimshaw.
I don't know what
Joseph Scrimshaw looked
Some
like
people can't handle
listen,
it.
But look, friends of the show, Ken and Joseph and everything. We haven't had Joseph, I think, on just himself or anything. We've had Ken on, then we've had both of them on. We got to have Joseph on to maybe even explain to Joseph
how he felt.
Why was this again glam rock? Why is the Star Child kicking in the doors at the Marriott bar, coming out into the pool area? It was quite a sight to see. So I say,
It was odd. It was odd.
Very interesting.
That's a very valid most fun because that's where we all got to meet and hang out for the first time. And I mean, I'll just never forget screaming some of those lyrics with y'all and laughing with our friend Chase.
That was so fun.
Oh,
I remember just turning to Chase and singing the lyrics with him. It's like, oh, this song is and he's like, they're like, oh, I thought I knew the lyrics to the emo songs. I actually don't know any song. I'm just like, oh shit.
Yeah,
I
y'all
two,
their mod cosplay
amazing.
On point. They were absolutely incredible. I should text them and be like, hey, wear the mod stuff for Saturday.
Yeah.
Well, look,
100%.
I wanted to say this too. Y'all have bonded over that music even since then, which is part of
we
this,
really
right?
have.
So
we were texting just today about that kind of stuff, actually.
So the new, I haven't listened to the new album yet. Is it that good? The new Fall Out Boy album? Is it
so
that good?
they released. So Fall Out Boy did release a song. They did release a song.
Okay.
And there's an album coming out March 24th. But you might end up hearing me and Goose, and I'm going to say it on the show here, so that it's in the universe and it has to happen. Goose and I might have a show coming soon, that we're doing on our own. Me and Goose talking about emo music and such.
Ooh.
that kind of stuff. We might do an episode on Fallout Boy. So
I'm glad that Boop said something there, because I just want to say that one of the reasons that it's in the making is because I was a little jealous when I saw Boop and Jerry had like their little thing about doing the podcast,
which still
about
hasn't
supernatural
happened.
stuff, and I'm just like, well, I wanna have podcasts with my friends too. I wanna share things. I wanna share things.
Exactly.
I have things to
actually,
say.
I was gonna say Boop was the one who pointed me to. They pointed me to the fact that a new Fall Out Boy track was out. So I think we should maybe have them on to talk about Fall Out Boy for that show. We'll just all do big synergy. We'll do a massive episode.
Maybe Boop can actually be the tiebreaker for the name of the band / podcast, since we're
Oh yes, yeah. Well, that is something, because
that has been the hot topic of conversation, and no pun intended with hot topic.
Well, I was to say, because God bless. No. Goose plays the drums. This gentleman over here.
Played. Although it's like
played.
I've heard.
Well, I mean, look, listen, I can't, and I haven't. So, and then I've been the front man for a few bands and everything. So
it's on my dating profile. So
it's in the works.
Ooh, that's valid.
It's in the works. We want to start some kind of little, talk about emo music and maybe eventually write some music. We'll see. So, be on the lookout for that, guys. Be on the lookout.
So to transition to the last question after all of the
please.
The wonderful emo talk, which I'm here for, by the way. Hope you all know that. The best. What has been the best Star Wars to you? Just taking it all in. Is there a best? Do you think that way, Goose? I mean, I don't know.
I think we're trying to convince ourselves that we kind of don't, just because we want to give everything a fair shake, and I do give everything a fair shake, and I think that it's a fluid question. So
sure,
it's like albums, right? Like, today the X album might be my favorite, but next week I might be down, and this other album might be my favorite. But there's it's a spectrum. So like right now I'm still reeling over the high of Andor. I'm not gonna claim that it's the best Star Wars, because I mean, what does that even mean, right? But it's the experience that I've had the most fun with so far. Awesome. And obviously I'm biased with that experience, because I was very privileged to have been invited to the launch event down in Hollywood. Right. So like, I was there with Alden and a couple of other friends, and and that kind of heightens obviously how I experienced that show, because it was different. It was different, right, to how I experienced any of the Star Wars, just because I was able to in some way be in the Star Wars in some metaphorical sense. So not just because the show's quality was amazing, I really enjoyed the theming, and having a Latin actor be like the face of it, which is kind of the thing of my podcast.
Absolutely,
but
you should all be checking out, by the way. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you. You should all be checking out Triad of the Force.
Thank you. I always interrupt me if you want to plug my stuff.
You got it.
That came off the wrong way. Anyway, I hope people got a chuckle out of it. Don't make it a soundbite, even though when you say don't make something.
It will be. You already said it.
That
Boops in the chat. Come on.
Boop's
done. Boop's in the chat.
Boop will literally clip it and put it on Twitter live. We've seen it happen before. But no, I respect that, because there's something to be said about when you can identify with a story and an experience that's not just for you. You know what I mean? I mean, you may cater to you. It may cater to how you feel about certain things in life, but like you felt so much identity when you watched that movie, and that's profound, because for a long time, Star Wars really has been not that for some people. And, to have that moment, and especially with your show, I mean, I didn't have the privilege to go to your panel, but I know your panel covered a lot of those kind of topics, being, Latin American or Latino in general, and being able to find yourself in Star Wars now. It's profound. People don't talk about that enough. And that's a lot of Triad of the Force. I've had the opportunity to listen to several of their shows. So like I said, I'll plug anything you want me to, bud. Your podcast.
Anything. Absolutely.
Anything.
Anywhere.
Anywhere.
He'd plug anything for you.
I can plug in
Goose,
your charger.
anything
I
for
can plug in your
you.
charger for your phone.
USB-C because it's
I
reversible.
just went show tunes
Oh,
for you bitches.
you
There
could-
you go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Any way you want it. Journey, man.
So this will tie into the next thing. Jerry, can you explain what we're doing tonight? Because we've had a lot of fun with bantering right now, but I want to get down to the meat and potatoes of why we do this, because this is a brainchild of yours. You came up with this years ago, almost 2 years ago.
Yeah. Generally, with things that are my brainchild, they make no sense to anyone until like you're actually playing the game.
You're in it. Yes.
You have to be in it to win it. For this.
Look, here's some. I was gonna say, here's some background knowledge. Anytime Jerry pitches me anything, I feel so bad because I'm always so hesitant. I'm like, and he's like, "No, let me explain."
This is the first time I've ever heard anything like this. Oh my god!
Yes. Not always, but you know what I mean. Like there was like, what was one of them? You're like, we should do
explain.
Yeah, I'm like, we should do the titles of this and this. I'm like, explain, because I'm like, I don't know what you mean by that. But this is a great example of Jerry's mind right here. It's a perfect example.
Yes, a steel trap that nothing can get out of. So those of you who are familiar with Fortune Cookies of the Forest, you're familiar with my little bowl of fortune cookies. They are actual, it's literally fortune cookies. So I have a Death Star bowl full of fortune cookies. So what we do, I will take a fortune cookie. I will crack said fortune cookie open. I will read, and I mean, I just got the crumbs cleaned up from the last time we played this game months ago, so it's gonna be it's gonna be great. But I will crack it open. I will read the fortune that is inside, and whatever comes to your mind, whatever that fortune reminds you of, in like a whatever Star Wars thought comes to mind reading that fortune. I'm trying to think the best way to describe this. Again, this is my brain. This is how I do this in normal conversations. So you're welcome. You're welcome.
But part of this too is the humor behind all of it was that Jerry had built up and accumulated a ton of this stuff.
So I have
recently divorced situation.
I'm a recent divorcee. It's been a couple of years at this point.
But still,
but that was the thing, is I had so much Chinese takeout that I had a plethora of these things that I hadn't opened, because why the I'm gonna drop an F-bomb. Why the fuck would I open all of them every time? Well, they didn't say anything like, "Hey, your ex-wife's gonna fall down a flight of stairs." Or something. I'm joking. Oh my god, that's really
no.
dark.
So part of this too, Gus. Part of this too is important. Is that obviously you're participating, I'm participating, Jerry's participating. But the cool thing now with the stream, software we use, Restream, and actually you can look at the comments too. So we want everyone to be involved. So when Jerry's done reading a fortune, we also read the word in the back as well. When Jerry's done reading the fortune, we want to hear the chat's input. We got about 10 of y'all watching right now, so we love hearing your thoughts as much as we love hearing Goose's thoughts as well. So Jerry, do you want to open the first one?
I do. Let me see. We get a good old fashioned golden bowl brand. So hey, get the mind.
But do you eat the cookie afterwards though?
I have.
Sometimes he doesn't.
Otherwise, it doesn't come true. Sometimes after about.
Is there an expiration? I ask because I wonder if there's an expiration date for fortune cookies, or if they're just one of those foods that
I don't
last
know
until
if
the
this
apocalypse.
is actual food or anything. I don't know. Is this
look at this boob comment?
Some of them.
You should check your Twitter notifications, Scotty. Oh shoot, that was meant for Gus.
Oh, she tagged us in a photo.
Uh-oh. Thank you. Always interrupt me if you want to plug my stuff. Oh my god!
It's already. My god! They are fast. They are fast. So you know what?
Is how we're. I don't even want to know. Never mind.
Listen, you know what?
Because this is live. How could you can't get the playback until it's done?
I guess with Bombadcast you can. I don't know how that works.
Oh my god.
We play by different rules here. So just to christen the whole thing.
Good.
That's fair.
That tasted like the plastic it came in. Okay. Good. I read the back of this and it said, "How about another fortune?" I was like, "Wait, what? What is that?"
It's kind of an Anakin
Okay, here we
thing.
go.
Mm.
Yeah, very much so. So the first fortune of the night. The greatest quality is seeking to serve others.
Ooh.
Obi-Wan would
Greatest-
say that.
Yeah, okay,
Obi-Wan would say that?
okay, that's fair. Obi-Wan, 100% where my brain went to. I also went to Qui-Gon because all Qui-Gon, or I guess really, no, maybe not Qui-Gon. Now that I really reflect on it, it's probably more Obi-Wan, Gus. That's right.
And Luke, I think. Now that I'm thinking about it, Luke would also be
Yeah.
down with that. Post Return of the Jedi, Luke.
Why is that though? Why did your brain go there? What was it? Was it just
Obi-Wan? Because I imagine Anakin saying some like ridiculous thing, and Obi-Wan being like, my dude, I just
yeah,
like he actually opened the fortune cookie at Dexter's Diner. He's like, that's it. That's what I got to tell this guy, and just repeating that.
That's good. Jerry, where did you go?
So I've been really steeping in the High Republic and everything, and it just like so. I don't know. It takes me to those Jedi and everything because the Jedi of the High Republic, even more so than the prequel Jedi, are very. It's like the prequel Jedi if they weren't kind of like jaded and worried about emotion, right? Like they believe they have the same beliefs as the Jedi in the prequels. But those Jedi are able to, they allow themselves to feel those emotions. They just don't allow them to overtake them. Whereas it feels like in the prequels, they're very much like, oh, you better not, you're showing anger. You're dangerous.
Right.
Dangerous. And I get do
you remember like the names of all the Jedi of the High Republic? Because that's one of my struggles with this era. Like I'm loving it, but like,
sorry, Scott, you're speaking Scotty's language right now.
I can't remember.
Elzar Mann. Elzar Mann is Anakin Skywalker of his era, and if Anakin Skywalker had been bribed, he would have not turned to the dark side. He would have thrived. Of course, you remove Palpatine and everything, but there's still whatever. But Anakin Skywalker would have been a effing Jedi way seeker, which are basically as a Jedi way seeker, you can choose to go off and just go wherever the Force guides you. And Anakin Skywalker would have started a rock band and played McDonald's in the galaxy. I'm telling you, that's how he would have served. That's how he would have served the Jedi, and he would have been really happy. And he and Padme could have been together because they've been on tour. No one checks out. No one checks that out.
I don't see Anakin playing instruments though. Like I see him being like a NASCAR or pot racer, But
yeah,
that's true.
I don't think he has the patience to learn an instrument.
That's pretty. Yeah, I can see.
So
that.
this is a good comment too. If it doesn't come natural to Anakin, he doesn't want to do it. That's another big thing of Anakin's. Like if it doesn't come like pod racing came naturally, racing, fighting, all those things came naturally. But if it's something he has to work on, it just shows. Besides Ahsoka, that doesn't work for him. But this is pretty important too. His allegiance is to the Republic, to democracy. I mean, he's there to serve the people. To serve the people that he should belong to. And when he doesn't, or when that goes wrong, or when he gets attacked by his own man, like Commander Cody, that's where it kind of falls apart. That's a really good perspective. I didn't think about this. That's really good.
Well, but this also, a lot of these fortunes, at least this one specifically, sounds like it would be in the beginning of a Clone Wars episode as well. Like the little blurbs they post. The
maybe
greatest
that's how they
quality
get.
is seeking
Maybe
to serve
that's how
others,
they get
honestly.
the blurbs for Clone Wars.
Dave and them are going to eat at a local buffet, and
they're
going
to town.
Hold on, we're gonna eat all your. We're gonna eat a whole box.
He's like, I can't afford writers for this. Order some takeout, man.
Oh, this will go with season 7, episode 8. Yes, right here.
Thank you, Boop. I'm glad to let us know that iguanas are falling out of the trees right now.
No, thank you for destroying my online reputation.
There it is on the Bombadcast of all places. So William said the undead Bwayne Eaters wanted to serve others, but they were shot down by Gwyn Weepa. Couldn't tell you what that meant. Jay, want to do another one?
What? This is listen. You're our unofficial producer. You need to get your shit together, William. Come on, man.
Become more professional.
Stop drinking. You're not even 16. You're not 16. You can't drink yet. Anyway,
you want to do another one, G? You want to do another
one?
Fine.
I'm just kidding.
Fine. You have enough.
Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find another one, a different one. Okay, right here we go. I don't know what I forget what brand they are, but it's the one with the little girl on it.
Do you
There it is.
frequent
There we go.
different places? Like how?
Are
Wait, hold on.
there-
So
Explain
these
that.
are from
Explain
2
that.
specific places. So I
Okay.
have a local place that I'll go to, and then I have actually I don't know if I have any more from the Panda Express.
Okay.
I would get some stuff from Panda Express, just delivered to the door and everything. Scotty likes me to talk about how sad my life has been.
No,
That's
it's
just a way to process
It's a
the things that are going through. Yeah.
So
Honestly,
in
yeah.
Louisiana, In Louisiana, I usually go to like a Chinese buffet. I barely get takeout. Like that's just kind of how they've got a lot of.
Well, and like this was
buffets.
DoorDash. This was DoorDash from a buffet.
But
that
now
I'm getting a lot of
my
this from.
question is like, how many factories make fortune
That's
cookies?
another good one.
Just
Yeah,
like
right.
Because at this point, I never thought about it. It's just like, fortune cookies are fortune cookies.
Hold on.
It's like Girl
We
Scout
did
cookies. They only make
research.
them at 2 spots, right?
I do have a
Yes.
Panda Express one because I forgot
Okay.
they have their own. They have their own.
I can tell you this,
This one
Goose.
isn't. This is another place.
I can tell you this for a fact. They were made in San Francisco in the early 60s. They have nothing to do with any Chinese history. That's something to take into, and it's like really, it's like knockoff Confucius, philosophy. It's nothing that profound. Oh, I mean, it could be interesting. I've had good conversations about them, but I mean, obviously here's one of them, but like, it's never anything that's like, I don't know. It's interesting. But anyway, what's the next one? What we got,
Nothing
Jerry?
earth-shattering.
Floridian
Little ASMR for you here. Oh my god,
Grandma
it's falling everywhere.
Chinese ones. Oh, it
Um,
wasn't Chinese. It was Lebanese. Sorry.
Hold on. This one's blank on one side, so I freaked out for half a second because usually they have something on both sides.
But
You will make
lucky
many
numbers on the back, right? Yeah.
They do, well, this has the lucky. This is everything on the front.
Oh, those are fake.
It's maybe
They're
it's the
not
back. I
real.
don't know. Maybe the front's blank. Who knows? I don't.
Shit.
Whoa. So the fortune is, you will make many changes before setting satisfactorily. Once again, you will make changes. You will make many changes before setting satisfactorily.
Okay, real quick. Padme just changing clothes. That's unfortunately where my brain went to. Just Padme always having a different outfit on. I know it's stupid, but
I was like, what the hell?
there isn't many chameleons in Star Wars. You know what I mean? There's no ever changing characters. Maybe Ochia Bastoon, because he's got some sort of disorder. I mean, he's like constantly switching gears so quickly.
But what was the last word on the?
Kanan and Hera is that's a good one, Woodsy.
No, but the thing that throws off any character I would think of is the last word.
What's the last word?
Satisfactorily.
Yeah, no one in Star Wars ends in satisfaction ever.
Well,
No.
Kanan and Hera didn't end satisfactorily, if you ask me. I don't think Hera thinks it was satisfactorily.
then he went kaput, so it's kind of like, spoiler alert.
It did end factorily, like in a factory.
Okay, wait. This is one of the greatest comments I think I've ever seen. I hope Pete's watching this. William's talking about how Pete always changes brand image like every other 6 months. He just said his streaming star. Oh my god, I hope Pete's watching. That is a dig. Is it a dig, really? I guess it's just him saying that's what they do. Holy Christ,
that's a great observation. Oh wow. Okay.
There's nothing wrong with doing that too, if you think about it, because if you feel like you can change your brand look, or you can like anything with like Bombadcast never really used to look like this. Now it does. So like until you are satisfied with how it looks, or until you make those changes, I mean, that's where they come. Oh, Jerry, that looked like a miserable experience. Did you see it? Did anyone else see Jerry biting that fuck? That was so bad. Oh my god! Someone needs to rewind.
I don't know where else to put them.
No, don't say that because it's gonna happen. Someone's gonna get the clip. Yeah.
No, it was the bite he bit, and his face just. God, I wish I could.
It didn't have as much give as you think it would.
Oh my god. Okay, so
a little moist.
Okay. What was it for you, Goose? I mean, is it anything really? Now that you reflect on it, I don't think really it's
firm but moist, which is very, very unsettling.
Because the thing is, at first my mind went to like Kylo or Ben, right?
That's weird.
But then, again, it's just like, well, there's no satisfactorily for there's no happy ending for anybody in Star Wars if you think
No.
about it. And we got to start changing that shit. Come on,
If you
Lucasfilm.
stop at one point before they reach the end of their journey, the journeys never end very happy.
No, yeah.
For any Star Wars character, none of them.
I mean,
they end up giving themselves to a bigger cause, which is that's a beautiful
Noble.
thing
It's
in
noble,
a way.
But
It's
shouldn't you be
noble.
rewarded at
It's
some
noble,
point for doing that instead of just destroy
Maybe
it
there's a
every
Jedi
single
heaven
time?
or something.
It is, but
maybe.
then you have to come back and like deal with the stupid
You have
nonsense
to I have
that
to
your apprentice did. It's
guide
like,
you
God
through
damn it.
your shit now.
Yeah.
Okay,
you can't just
fine.
retire to some resort. You gotta come back and be like, God, I gotta keep giving.
Maybe the Jawas or not. I don't I'm looking around my room, just like out of all the memorabilia and just stuff I have.
Scotty's trying so hard.
Well, no one's satisfied. Like not a single person. Maybe DJ.
Jawas are definitely not satisfied. They have a stressful life. They always, looking for stuff. It's just like.
Did DJ ever end up leaving Snoke's ship? Do we know that? Because that would be someone that would be
he just got to leave.
Yeah.
I don't think we've got his canon past that.
So he made it off.
He got to leave.
It's Benicio del Toro. He's Puerto Rican. He left. He's good.
Oh, there you go. We have it. There you go. That's it.
That's amazing. But no, like he may be the only one. Like because that's all
true.
his purpose was. I mean, he may be the only one that like truly is satisfied because he, his exact lines were "Don't join." I mean, that was it. Like that was
and he like it's not a good example of
Hondo.
how to be either. He just was like making the right choice is always hard, or is almost always hard, right? I mean, I guess it's not hard. That's the wrong way to put it. It's there's difficulties in making the right choice and doing the right thing, maybe. So
that's interesting. I had never considered that. That was a real that's something that you don't.
So if you're happy, you're a piece of shit.
See,
so,
it's weird. It's
Yes.
like I don't think you should always be 100% satisfied with yourself. Maybe that's just a Catholic guilt thing. But like, I genuinely believe like there's always room for improvement in any aspect of your life. But there's also nothing wrong with feeling satisfaction in like what you do for a hobby or what you do creatively.
Right. Well, yeah, because I think that's a distinction, right? I think there's a distinction between like being happy with yourself, but still knowing that you can still improve. Right. And as opposed to like always being in this constant sense of like, I'm not good enough, which, it's negative, but it's just like finally accepting yourself being like, oh, I'm good as I am, but I can always be a better version of that.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I don't think in Star Wars anyone besides DJ or Hondo have that.
That's true.
Oh, Hondo is at least the better because at least he helps the good guys sometimes. I mean, and I guess
true.
DJ did, but DJ also really royally screwed them over.
That's one of the more
Boba Fett has a good ending. I'm sorry, this intrigues me.
At least
we know of so far. The ending of Book of Boba Fett, that man has everything. He's got his friends,
the respect. Respect. He's got a crew. He won a battle. He's now
got his bros. He's got his lady. Well, I don't know if that's his lady yet, but he's got a lady companion,
maybe
got a Rancor companion. I mean, he's pretty dope right now.
He's got a dog. It's great.
I love Polar Knights. I'm not. Nice to meet you. I haven't seen you here, Polar Knights. I think they're referring to me, then Goose, then Jerry. Is that what's the men's cam's the perfect?
The evolution of beard.
Sometimes genetics play against you.
You got to go with the hand you're dealt. Unfortunately,
right? It's just like sorry. It's like I can't.
That may be one of the best ones we've had on this show. That was a really good one. That one had my brain going for like a minute there, like truly figuring in this out.
William has like the best like comic like
George
observations.
Binks.
George Binks, the father, the non-canonical father of Jar Jar Binks, who kills himself
or tries to kill himself.
Does he try to kill himself because
I don't think
he's Jar Jar's dad?
Yeah,
it's a bad story.
It's a horrible story.
But you will make many changes before setting satisfactorily. That is George Binks to a T.
Look at this one.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
Han did build a custom sky house and got married at Star Wars Pontchartrain
He
Beach.
did. He even had a space beeper in that story.
Probably
That's true.
satisfied.
probably satisfied.
Oh, that's great. Jerry, let's hear another one. Hey, kiddos, by the way, I got some students in the chat this evening. What's going on?
Oh my God.
Hey.
I saw Katie here earlier too.
Scott, the fact that I want it to be canon again that Han Solo had a dream house, like he built his dream house, like in his mind,
house.
he had a floating like, and in my head, it's the most suburban shit you've ever seen. Like it is like with like live like smuggle, pray, or eat, pray, smuggle. Like signs, like on
I mean, based on how he treated the Millennium Falcon, right? Lando had it, pimped out to the, to the nines.
It's true.
And then like Han just totally destroyed it. So I can only imagine what his dream house might smell like.
What if he becomes like Chip and Joanna Gaines, like after he gets married or something?
Somehow I don't see that.
I don't. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. They specifically said this. Oh, the two sky car garage.
Two sky car garage.
Very specific. You know what we're referring to, Goose? This is the Jedi Prince series. There's an episode we did with Michael McCoy, and Michael McCoy broke down all the really weird Bombad like facts of the Jedi Prince series. It's one of our best episodes.
That's what this image comes from. Let me put this image was created inspired by
well, because in that novel they turned Jabba's palace post Return of the Jedi into a retirement community. It was very specific. It wasn't a nursing home.
With a hookah lounge. It was very progressive. It was very cool.
Yes.
Yep.
But yeah.
Don't forget the Sky Car Garage.
The Sky Car Garage. It was so. It was like someone in the '90s that like they literally put a beeper in Star Wars. It was literally a beeper.
One of the past.
Why can't there be?
Well, one of the.
I want there to be again. Like I really want there to be again.
I mean, if
that is so
4BBY, we can have a beeper.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Like one thing
someone to be like, that's still 4BBY. Come on, man.
There is a
4BBY. I mean, you think about it, beepers are kind of magic. Like I remember as a kid being like, how am I pressing a button all the way down here and a gate opens all the way over there? That's the most Star Wars stuff ever.
That is true. That is true.
Wait, didn't in Kenobi Kumail Nanjiani's fake Jedi character, didn't he technically have like a beeper? Like,
he technically had around? He had the clicker. Yeah.
That's the thing. There's also a really great moment in that novel too, where they go to there's a Jedi temple in Yavin, I believe, and the code to get in.
You know what's great is this is the actual name of it because that's Michael McBoy himself. Tatooine Retirement Home for Aged Aliens.
That's word for word. No, there was one line. There you go. Palpatine had a three-eyed son named Triclops. There was an imposter named Yep. It's next level.
Was it Trioculus or something like
I think Michael made a spell error, but that's okay. It's a wild novel you will love. Yeah, Jedi Force. That was the code to get into the temple, the Jedi temple in Yavin. It's
which is the equivalent of 1, 2, 3, 4, basically.
Yeah,
literally.
Oh no, what is it? The kid who's like the main character of that series. We're about to just talk about Jedi Prince for the whole time. We're about to do a redo. He lived on Yavin 4 on was it 4 Jedi Lane or something?
Something ridiculous. I'm not joking.
There was a task force created by like Princess Leia and them. This is after the fall of the Empire. And this task force was called SPIN, and it was an acronym. And I forget what it stands for, but it was her, like Han and Luke and like Akbar, and it was called SPIN.
It's so bad.
Kin was the name of the main character of those novels. Kin, the Jedi Prince, and that is Kin Knapsack is the Jedi Prince. Is he not? Anyway, should I do another?
Yeah.
Should I do another? Let's do one of these really pale Panda Express ones. They're
only if you eat them.
All right.
It's like I haven't had dinner, bitch.
This one is joke's on you. This is this is dessert for me.
Oh,
wow, this is structurally sound for some reason.
Oh Lord, that sounds
that took a little extra. That took a little extra to get open. Okay, so this is a Panda Express.
Oh,
there you go.
So it's only on one side. Just we don't know if it's the front or the back.
Yeah, it is on one side. Yeah. We don't know front or back. I don't know.
Goose, what
You
really
tell
is
me.
a front and what really
Exactly.
is a back? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Okay, this is the problem we run into with the Panda Express ones. That's kind of just like compliments.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
we all need a complimentary once.
We
in a
all
while.
need them every now and
Let's
then.
hear it.
So here you go. Your vibrant personality lights up the room.
Ah,
So
Thanks, bud.
that's all of
it.
us.
Like that's all of us. Yeah. I'm gonna go somehow Palpatine return. That's Palpatine. Somehow his personality
Somehow,
lights
yeah.
up a room.
Mine's Jar Jar. Jar Jar's instantly. Like
Oh,
when Jar Jar
Yep.
Jar Jar walks into Watto's shop, that's the one that will never not make me laugh when the pit droid kicks him in the balls. That may be one of the funniest things still in Star Wars. And it's like dunk, and then like you see Jar Jar like bounce up for a second. I'm like, that is just there's something so inherently funny about just that one shot because he's has him by the neck, gets hit in the nuts, and he's like, hit the nose, and then doof, and it goes down like
He goes,
it.
oh.
Oh, hey, where's my toy? Oh, there it is.
I did get like the deluxe
We gotta
Black
get it
series of Jar Jar Binks so that I can get it signed by Ahmed.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Anyway, yeah, no, I agree. What's yours, Goose? What do you think?
I think Grogu.
Oh my
yeah.
God, brilliant!
I came up with a really
There's
shitty
just like
answer. Y'all like good
pure
answers.
innocence there because it's just like there's looking into those eyes, you know. There's nothing but kindness and joy there. I remember that first time I saw that first episode of Mandalorian, and like Grogu just shows up there at the end. It's just like just pure unadulterated joy. So yeah, that's my final answer. And I'm not gonna change.
Wow, that's beautifully said because Jerry's heard me talk about this a lot of like the people that we're in group chats with heard me talk about this, but that scene I will genuinely say changed my entire life. That scene was like it made not my life, but it changed everything I thought of Star Wars instantly for the better, and it made me giddy, and it still makes me giddy. And like there is nothing quite like seeing the face of a baby, but much less like in a way you don't expect. I don't know, like that. That's a solid. It just and every time he brought him around, everyone, even Pelly's like, where's the little baby? Where's the little green guy?
And that's what everyone asks nowadays.
Yep.
It's like we're all Werner Herzog. I would like to see the baby.
Listen, when you become a parent,
that was terrible.
all the
I'm
relatives...
sorry, Werner. If you're watching Werner, that was a bad Werner.
Sorry, Werner.
I'm sorry.
Listen, let me say from just experience, like when you have a baby, all relatives they don't care about you. Like, get the hell out of the way. Like, where's the baby? Okay.
Hey, I get that because my
baby.
relatives don't care about me right now, and I don't have kids. They just look at me as like, when are you having a daughter? I'm just
Are
like,
you
I don't even have a
bringing
partner.
genetic material to this family function or no?
Right.
No.
Right.
Okay.
Get out. Get out.
Exactly.
This is interesting too. The Vespa
Hold on, what
riders from Book of Boba Fett.
Wonderful.
That is
Very much
interesting.
so. I
And
love it.
I don't know if William
The
Shook. I don't
Vespa
think
riders.
he is though. But like the pod race scene too, for me, like there's nothing but colorful vehicles, nothing but like the whole moment of the pod race. The Phantom Menace is that quote, Jerry. I mean, that really, to me personally, like that movie is the most hopeful Star Wars movie besides A New Hope. Like it really is. It's just very vibrant, very colorful. That was a good
dig
fortune. That was a good.
I'm down with that. Yeah.
It was,
I'm gonna change.
It was a compliment. It was a compliment to all of us.
Yeah.
But also,
yes,
made us find happiness in the War of the Stars.
Amen. The War.
I'm gonna change my answer from Palpatine because that's a shitty answer. I'm gonna change it.
No, that
to,
was a good answer though.
I was making a pun. I'm gonna change it to Ahsoka.
Oh, why is that? Explain that.
I feel like she is the most vibrant of all of the like in personality of all the Padawans and everything. Like of all the Padawans you see, of course she's Anakin's Padawan, but that personality was there before. It didn't come from Anakin and everything. It's just like young Ahsoka livens up a room. I feel like when she walks into the room, you know what I'm saying. Anyway. I just like I don't know. That was my second thought.
It's
along with
interesting because that's
Palpatine
transportation, right? Because before, when she premiered, like people were like, I'm completely on the opposite end of the spectrum for that. So it's very, very joyful to see that transformation from like hated character, and I use that with heavy quotations because really the only people that hate that are the Phantom Menace types, and to become like a beloved character, even though it's kind of coming back around now because I don't know why there's like this uprising of Dave Filoni hate.
That will never make
which is
sense.
absurd, but but I dig it. I
It's-
dig it. Yeah.
It's odd, but absolutely. But no, but it's just like I don't know. I feel like Ahsoka is just a very she's a very full of life character, and so Incinerator Troopers, very true.
Williamson, wow.
Very true. Literally
Private
light up the
Military
room. Am I right?
The Chronicles of Owning Anakin. Good God.
What do you know?
What do you know? I own
Annie, little Annie. Oh.
I don't know how I know that. I
own that son of a bitch.
What am I again? I'm a Gonzo thingy. Yeah.
I'm a Gonzo.
I've got the whatever that is. My brain don't work. All right, let's go.
I owned him and his mother. Take that for a ride, huh?
Get this. They tried to free them both. I only gave them one. Right? Right? Am I right? Good business. Shrewd business practices.
Look at this one. The dude Barry somebody put nano droids in, lit up a room in the Jedi Temple hangar. We need more nano droids, by the way. That was
more
a cool
nano
idea.
droids. Yeah.
That was a good
sorry,
idea.
Boop, I'm sorry.
Jerry,
I just got in character. That wasn't me. That was Watto being,
he couldn't help it. It's
channeled
like when Paul shows up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Come on.
You can't help it. You can't help it. No.
Jerry, give us another one. Let's hear another one. I'm excited for this next one.
It was an insanely good Watto.
I have practiced ever since 1999. So
that's right. That's right. I don't blame you.
I used to have that VHS of the Phantom Menace at my grandmother's house. So we would always go on Saturdays to visit my grandparents. And every time I got there, obviously, it's like I have the grandparents and I'll do all the things, but then go right into the TV room, plop that VHS in. So I would be watching episode 1 every Saturday for, I don't know, years on end. Yeah.
I love that.
Brilliant.
That's the best.
That is
so that's where Watto comes from.
To see it on a CRT. To see it on like a fuzzy picture CRT, it's can't explain what that feels like.
Yes, we know, Paul. We know. Paul loves
love
it. That's why Paul was at. That's why Paul was at Celebration.
I love the Star Wars. Yes,
I love it. Anyway, people,
you want to hear it loud.
Everybody on the left. My favorite part of Celebration was when Paul was on the balcony of our hotel room yelling at people on the street. That was great.
Kristen Baver was one of them, and she talking to Holly and Brian Fry. That was odd. I remember.
What a kind person,
great.
Kristen.
Christina, and she's like, "Hi, Paul." I'm like, "What is happening?"
Okay, so this one actually comes pre-broken. So there you go. It's already. It comes with like a. It's like a.
That's like me. I came pre-broken too.
Right, pre-broken. Just like all of us emo kids from back in the day.
Elder emos. That's put
sad elder emos. All of us elder emo sad
broken.
boys. So this comes like it is like a battle damaged vehicle is what it is. Like a toy you would get from Kenner. Let's see here.
Or a shipment from Walmart.
I'm gonna have to break it more because I can't get it out. It's retreating into the cookie. All right, so here we go. Ready? You're feeling the need to think long term. Plan ahead.
Palpatine.
That's Palpatine.
Instantly. That's what my brain went.
You're absolutely right. Even though my mind went to Leia, but Palpy is absolutely right.
That too, though.
She's the other one. Wait, the best line in Rise of Skywalker.
But Palpy has been thinking decades into the future. He's like contingency plans on top of contingency plans.
But the best thing about the Rise of Skywalker is that one line where he goes, "The princess from Alderaan has what's it, Jerry? Has like they both have found a way to counter each other even over the years. Same with Padme and Palpatine, like that. Damn. So you would almost say the Naberi and the Organa line is as powerful as
it is so good.
Oh my god,
they're like
brilliant.
As much as I am not a fan of the Rise of Skywalker, I will admit that the way that they wrote that line is just epic.
Yeah,
it's the princess.
Wow,
has disrupted my plans. It's just like, oh yeah, man.
It's like fuck so yeah, mythical. She did.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
with a giant
you
goddamn
crusty
hologram.
Old white dude.
But wait, that is brilliant because you went to the light, I went to the dark, but but then again, you gotta think about it. That's because those are those type of those archetypes of people. Like that was That was really smart, Goose. That was like, wow. Damn, that's brilliant.
Listen.
Ooh.
Listen, you know who this reminds me of though? It's a fairly new character, is Luthen Rail.
Oh my God, brilliant, Jerry.
Luthen Rail, who is
sunset
in the middle. Luthen Rail is the Palpatine of the Rebel Alliance.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
He is essentially he's not. I don't know if he's quite the mastermind, but he's definitely like that man is pulling strings to get stuff to happen.
I mean,
and
he
then going
says it
and like
himself, right?
they're going and going like. You know, later like putting on a wig and going like this, like, oh, I'm not up to anything. No,
But that line in his now legendary monologue when he says I'm looking at an equation I wrote 15 years ago and I reached the
Hold
same.
on.
It's like, oh,
I
my
think
God,
I have it in
I've
my
been planning for 15
notes.
years.
No, the best line.
I have it on my Instagram.
Y'all, I love that because that really is one of those moments, and like I do love the fact that our brains went there. So
there we go.
Luthen, Palpatine, and Leia. Oh my God! So what is it, Jerry? What is it?
Oh, do you want me to? Okay, all right. I'll monologue. Here we go.
You read the first 4 lines, and then Goose can read the. How many lines is it, Jerry? Like 8.
It's
I don't know. I can't. I've listened. Okay. I've just got a blurb.
You read it. You read it then.
Are you whatever? Calm, kindness, kinship, love.
Oh yeah, I'm getting excited.
I've given all a chance and I've given up all chance in inner peace. I've made my mind a sunless space. Yeah, y'all just comment behind, please. Like, don't make it just me. Like, comment behind and like, oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Go on.
Go on.
I share my dreams with ghosts.
I'm feeling things I've never felt.
I wake up every day to an equation I wrote 15 years ago, from which there's only one conclusion. I'm damned for what I do. My anger, my ego, my unwillingness to yield, my eagerness to fight. They set me on a path from which there is no escape. I yearn to be a savior against injustice without contemplating the cost. And by the time I looked down, there was no longer any ground beneath my feet.
That's
that's
a good line.
A great line.
Good Lord, it's a great line.
What is my sacrifice? What is my sacrifice? I'm condemned to use the tools of my enemy to defeat them. I burn my decency for someone else's future. I burn my life to make a sunrise I know I'll never see. And the ego that started this fight will never have a mirror or an audience or the light of gratitude. So what do I sacrifice? Everything. Oh,
no, it's awesome. That's
You'll
one
stay
of the
with me, Lonnie. I need all the heroes I can get.
Star Wars does not do monologues often. It's that one, and it's in another
Andor
great.
There was 2 monologues in that effing episode.
There's another Boop post.
Oh my God, Boop! Why?
Boop is on it. Boop is on it.
So wait,
I have to retreat to a cave. I have to go.
That's it.
Luke
Done.
Skywalker on this.
Welcome to the Bombadcast. We ruin your online career.
Thank you.
That's right.
Thank you.
Only make it. The monologues. It's so funny. Each person it's so weird. This is some weird synchronicity we have. Each person we named has a monologue. I know it sounds silly, but the Palpatine Plagueis monologue is about setting up for the future, right? Because he does it in the future. The Leia, the whole line that kicks off A New Hope is about setting up the future, with the whole entire, help me, Obi-Wan, can be my only hope. And then you've got that Luthen. Wow, this is some neat stuff. I love where this goes. I love where these discussions go. This is awesome.
I am tempted, but I'm not going to read that whole thing again.
Do a couple lines.
Decency. Well, I can't.
Do a couple lines. Okay, all right.
Jerry's really good at it, Gus.
Oh, okay. I'm excited.
Like really.
I was trying to channel my current, and I'm like, oh shit.
Jerry had a tweet go viral because he read them all. He had read a scene from Dune in Muppet voices, and the tweet went.
Someone
viral.
made a comic, and I put the voices behind of Kermit and Fozzie.
And it went viral. It was I didn't think it was him. That's how good I thought it was.
Oh, well, please.
Calm, kindness.
Oh my
kinship, love. I've given up all chance in inner peace. I've made my mind a sunless space. I share my dreams with ghosts. I wake up every day to an equation I wrote 15 years ago, from which there is no conclusion.
No,
Can I say this? Can I say I'm damned for what I do? Sorry. That starts with the D, kids. My anger, my ego, my unwillingness to yield. What do I sacrifice? Everything.
Do the
Gee, Kermit,
how do
that
you-
was great.
How can you keep going after that? Like that?
Gee, Kermit, that was great.
You're such a good actor. You are the Daniel Day-Lewis of the amphibian world.
Hiya! That's my favorite.
Let him finish.
Oh my god! Fuck Frank
Wasn't that
Oz, man.
good? Wasn't that good though? He can really.
No,
do
that was
it.
incredible.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
let's
Jesus
go.
Christ.
Let's go before Animal gets in here. Woman! Woman! Woman!
He's gonna shut up from now on.
Oh my God.
Closing down my podcast, is retiring, closing my
Just
social
like, hey,
media.
listen, I'm gonna do an entire podcast. You should do Goose Talks to the Muppets, and it's just me and you. Like,
I will not be able
hey
to. Just have a
Kermit,
straight
I have
face.
this new idea where you shoot me out of a cannon into. I can't do Gonzo as well, but anyway,
That was still pretty good. Oh man, that's a good one. Can we get one more?
I'm also my voice is still coming back. Get what?
Can we get some more fortunes in there? Unless you want to say more about.
Oh, let's get a fortune. I'll read this one as Rolf the dog from the Muppets. Also voiced by Jim Henson back in the day. The hidden talent. This is the Muppets. I've got divorced and developed a lot of talents. I'm just kidding. I've been able to do the Kermit thing since high school.
It's actually really good. Like I'm not trying to blow you up, but like if we did a Bombadcast episode of you just being Kermit,
do you want to do? Would we get sued if we just like have the Muppets?
$100. I will buy you the puppet.
There.
I'll do it.
You just gotta put
I'm
parody in the title.
I'm looking it up.
You know, I like to come home, have myself a beer, take myself for a walk, and read some fortunes. So here we go. Stupid. Almost as much as I love playing the piano. Rolf the dog. Your secret desire to completely change your life will manifest. I don't know what that means. Your secret desire to completely change your life will manifest.
Anakin Skywalker.
That's the thing. Every time, it's always Anakin, man. Always.
Hey, we've behaved. We've had like this is the first time I think that we've had like
you're
Anakin
right.
actually show up in earnest. I almost did Kermit. Ernest and Kermit.
Almost in Kermit. It shows up in Kermit. Yeah.
So read it again in your normal voice, Jerry, because I want to take it in.
Sorry, it was distracting.
It's okay.
Here we go.
It was good. It was good.
Meaningful.
Your secret desire to completely change your life will manifest.
Ooh, because that could be both good and bad. Because anytime the word desire has always, at least in terms of how I've read it, because I grew up Catholic and stuff, and there's some things that word desire has always had negative connotations to it, right? And not that I believe that now, but it was something that I always felt like to have a desire is to have maybe a fascination or a want for something that you shouldn't want, right? And so like when they use the word desire in this example, it seems like a bad thing to possess or want to possess. And so the Anakin one is really good. I would almost say too is like I thought of Grievous for some reason. I can't tell you why. I think part of it's like his desire to still be alive or to be more augmented or to have like there's something to like there's something very cyborgy and creepy about Grievous that like, you know, he's got that whole little fortress that he can go back to and rebuild himself.
Yeah.
Like or maybe even
The man lives in a haunted castle / cave.
Oh, I just thought of Maul.
come on.
I don't know if any of y'all thought of Maul, but Maul's innate desire to want to constantly be alive is also something to have to think about. Or, Michael said the Grand Inquisitor. Well, yeah, Palpatine, definitely.
Hello.
But like, hello. Good morning, princess.
Hello, sister.
What do you think, Goose? What do you think?
No, you make a lot of fair points because the way I interpreted it the first time, that it may be because you're doing the voice. Like I was reading it as a positive at the end, but like in a way, like, you can read it technically like as a negative, and in that case, it kind of applies to like almost every single Star Wars character because all of their wants somehow end in kind of sadness and misery because Kylo his wants, then he gets it, but then he
got
fucking
fortune
dies.
cookie on my
Rey gets her wants, but then her want dies. So like, you know, it's always like you get it, but like somehow you pay a price for getting that want that you fought for. And so again, it comes back to like the first thing we were talking. No, not the first thing, but we were talking about before in Star Wars. Like no one's rewarded for doing the right thing.
Right.
That's very well said. Like the most recent one we've seen in Star Wars storytelling, besides Andor, which, to be said, Andor did have kind of that moment where like the desire came to fruition, but not in a bad way. What I wanted to get at is Din Djarin and Grogu. Like that's all Din wanted, was to have his friend back, have his child back, and like unfortunately, you know, we know with Jedi users that it's it can be kind of complicated. You know what I mean? Like Grogu's doing it not selfishly, it's all he knows. It's really weird. And I think we can all agree on this. Now that is good. Cyril Karn is a really good example.
He did end up in a supply closet with his crush, I will say.
Yes. What do you think of, Jerry? Where'd your mind go? Because I'm curious. Because that, like we said, desire, it's such a could be an iffy word.
I don't know. I honestly, I was distracted with trying to do the voice when I first read it. But
as was I.
And then I dropped the fortune, so I don't know where it went now. Yeah, I like a desire that manifests. And you really like, you want to go in a good direction with that. Like I was going in a positive direction at first, but all these thoughts, you know, like you could apply it to anyone. You could apply it to good characters or bad characters. Like you were saying, Goose, like, you know, you've got like Anakin Skywalker manifested becoming a Jedi, and then he tried to save his wife and manifested becoming an effing nightmare on wheels. Almost he's everything but the wheels.
Wouldn't have that been cool, like that robot chicken sketch where like he actually presses one of the buttons and the rollerblades just come out?
Yes.
Would he have been as menacing in episode 4 if he just like came down the corridor,
like
just
rolling
in roller skates?
Depends on if you can see the if you can see the wheels, maybe
yes,
not. But if it's just like if he's just menacingly floating in or something,
you see the wheels, he's rolling.
Like him on rollerblades, like
no, not rollerblades. That's too cool. Roller skates.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, so just 4 wheels.
Like yep.
Wow.
So more like this. It's more of a jaunt.
Yes.
Bring me the passengers. I want them alive.
And they kind of like
actually,
false steps, like,
right. Whoa. I actually just watched A New Hope with Ellie today. Actually.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, that was a fun experience. She was really into it. But yeah, no. That first scene where he's walking in there, like just to imagine him on roller skates going to the Tantive 4 is.
Dun, dun,
Can you imagine him like choking, like dun dun dun? He just rolls in,
just wait half frame, and it has to come back.
Oh, that's awesome!
You give me a push,
please. Let's do another one, Gene.
This is a counselor ship. Where are the ambassadors?
And it just keeps slowly moving out because the floor's not level.
They're on a ship, so it's kind of slanted downward.
Captain Antilles is trying to talk, but he's like, whoa, whoa.
Because the force moves with them, obviously.
Obviously.
Because that's how the force works.
Exactly. Should we do another?
You know who does a good Thrawn, by the way? For those who don't know, if we can, Michael McCoy does a really good Thrawn.
Really?
Like a really good Thrawn.
You must know them.
All right, Jerry.
There were some really good. Yesterday, I might or might not have been doing a table read of someone's something they wrote, and some people, who shall remain nameless, did very good impersonations of some characters that may or may not be of the Star Wars canon. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Yes, they did. Well, I will say, I think said person actually does all the other characters in our Star Wars MMORPG show, Ionized Bastards, as well. They play all the other characters and aren't the bastards, and they do a bang up hell of a job at it as well. And so, I would say that person is rather good. So
he's all.
We're gonna open up. He is all remaining talent.
He has got the power of a local first order, if you will.
Yes. That is one Mighty McBoy. Here we go. So we're gonna open another one of these little girl fortune cookies. Okay, it's thick.
Ooh,
it's very
secret
thick.
stuff. It should have been printed on red paper so you can't copy it. Can't Xerox it.
Secrets are no fun.
Okay, let's see.
A little ASMR for you. Here we go. Hold on. Let's break the cookie.
Ooh, that was kind of nice, Jerry.
I'm gonna have nightmares.
I dropped half the cookie in the floor. There's crumbs on my mic. All right. Okay. This is interesting. Versatility is one of your outstanding traits.
Finnick.
R2D2.
Ooh, R2.
Crinkle the paper. Crinkle.
So wait, what do you think, Jerry? Finnick, R2, and what do you think? Because we can go around and talk about them. R2 wins.
Versatility is one of your outstanding traits. R2 is an interesting one. You say Finnick Shan.
I said Finnick because Finnick has proved herself to be.
I mean, obviously,
a
very
adversary.
Yes.
Yeah, babe.
Versatility is one of your outstanding traits. Damn, this is hard.
Yeah, this is a hard one. I thought, Chopper. Literally, I thought Chopper too. Now that literally,
Chopper's good. Okay.
Yeah.
The C-3PO woman in space.
Oh, you know who I'm going to go with?
Huh.
I'm going to go with good old Hondo Onaka. Because versatility, we don't even know what that means, is what Hondo would say about it.
I was gonna try to do a Hondo voice, and then I realized that I haven't seen Rebels in a while, so I'm like, I'm not gonna get it right. So it's not ingrained in me the way Watto is.
So why did you pick R2? I mean, I can tell you the obvious reasons why, but I want to hear from your thoughts in your brain.
Well, especially because definitely not R2 in the sequel trilogy, but definitely R2 in the prequels and the originals. Like, he is the one that has been able to adapt to any circumstance and find the correct tools that he needs. Not necessarily literal tools, as in like I'm gonna jack into this and open a door, or like get jetpacks. But he's able to find the solution that he needs to help his friends in whatever necessary, in whatever creative way that he can. Like, even now, I was just thinking of Revenge of the Sith, when like in the opening scene when they crash land in the hangar of Grievous's ship, and he's there by himself, and there's 2 super battle droids, and obviously, he can't take them down by himself, but what does he do? It's like, oh, I'm going to be versatile. I'm going to fly away because I know that there's, oil or gasoline there. Boom, blow them up. So he always, our boy R2 always finds the way to get the results that he so desires.
Huh. That's funny because he is the most that way in the prequels. And, honestly, even in
the originals,
in Empire Strikes Back, especially, I mean, like, there's something to the scene. Well, wait, hold on. I guess you're right. The sequel trilogy really did kind of take a step back from those moments. But the scene that my brain went to when you brought up R2, obviously Revenge of the Sith as well, but Return of the Jedi, when he launches the lightsaber from the back of his dome, and that is peak versatility.
Or Empire, when he like throws the smoke to like obfuscate everything. So
God, that's a really good point.
Attack of the Clones, jetpack or jet boosters.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
Jet legs.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's got jet legs. That guy's got jet leg.
Which Star Wars character would win the Great British Bake Off? C-3PO.
Oh, 100%.
See, okay. I'm going to go, and I don't know if you'll remember this character, or if you've, Scotty, you won't know who this is. Buckets of Blood.
Cool.
Oh, yes.
Why is that? Tell me about them. What is that? Tell me that.
Buckets of, so imagine if,
what about the Blade of Bardock?
I'm trying to think of his name. I'm trying to think. Blade of Bardock, but I believe he's a very good chef.
He's a cook, not a baker. You're right.
He makes a mean 9-egg stew, I hear.
Mm-hmm.
But Scotty's gonna scroll on his phone for a minute, kids.
No, I was texting Katie.
I'm joking.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. I did not mean to.
No, I'm just messing with you. Scotty, imagine if Mazamida decided to go to the gym and start roiding out, but was also a Jedi and was really into baking. and that is Daniel Jose Older's character, and he was a medic, and he gave himself the moniker. So it's Torben Buck. Torben Buck is the actual name. He gives himself, because he's the medic, buckets of blood.
Wow.
Because he thinks, because I'm bringing buckets of blood to help when you've lost blood on the battlefield.
Okay,
that's his literal thinking in it. That's you can thank Daniel Jose Older for that character, but they did a bake-off issue. Yes, yeah, happy birthday to Daniel. There were 2 Daniel birthdays yesterday, weren't there? Because it was Daniel
Dan was this
Baraxium.
week. It was, I think, on Wednesday.
Who was
or
someone's
something.
birthday was yesterday as well. There's been a ton of birthdays this week. But anyway,
not Bombad Daniel.
D. Jose Older. Daniel Jose Older was yesterday.
And the fun fact about the buckets of blood thing is that it was actually something that I don't know if that's what it was his nickname or one of his coworkers' nickname from back in the days when he was an EMT.
Wow, I did not realize. That's kind of cool.
That's in the Star Wars Adventure comics of the High Republic, which again, you might enjoy those, Scott. I'm just saying, like, anyway. That's got Yoda in it.
Who?
So,
yeah,
Yoda.
I'm just kidding.
Yoda are in
my
the
little green friend. Yeah.
Okay, those are all good.
Watch me, you will.
I like that. I think we should do like 3 more. Let's do like 3 more.
Okay.
So let's see how magical this next one gets. What we got, Jerry?
That special sauce.
Should you do this one that's absolutely just disintegrated?
Yes, that's a good sign. That's a great sign.
No disintegrations.
Yes.
No disintegrations, except for
yes and no.
As you wish.
Oh, come on. I'm trying to get to it without spilling any cookie. Hold on, I'm gonna have to eat
the
my
ASMR episode.
I have to eat my way in. So stupid.
That's another clip, but you know.
Oh no, it's not only when it comes from your mouth, bud.
That's not gonna say anything about that either.
You did just say you have to eat your way in. You did
as you wish.
Got it. Just in case you were worried. Okay. A calm sea does not make a skilled sailor.
Oh wow! Wait a minute. That's
an interesting
cool.
one.
Qui-Gon would say that.
Sea, yes. Oh, 100%.
Calm sea does not make a skilled sailor.
Wow. This to me, and this is something that I've been thinking about a lot recently. This just to me reminds me of Camino. Because it's also very Yoda too. But the only time the sea is calm on Camino is when the Kaminoans are away from it. Does that make any sense?
Ooh.
And like you
that.
notice that everything really chilled out when Topeka City sank, and like
every time I think of tapioca, and it's just like it's not tapioca.
Not quite.
Tapioca City.
But that's the thing. Like you that's very well done.
Speaking of Tapioca City.
Read it one more time.
But do it in Qui-Gon voice.
Yeah, do it in Qui-Gon voice.
Let me try. Hold on.
Or Kermit voice, I guess, at this point.
A calm sea does not make a skilled sailor.
God.
That's like Liam Neeson Taken voice, but still
I will find you and I will kill you.
Ooh, Woodsy. Y'all, Woodsy comes out of the work. I mean, this is so good. The new Republic. As hard as it's as easy as it appears, it's never that easy. And like you will always have struggle. That is like because that's the problem they're experiencing.
They ended up just becoming cops. You know? I mean, literally Mandalorian, man.
Oh god, what a good
effing
point.
Propaganda. That's what Carson Teva, my boy, is trying to break away from the pack.
Yes.
And wear a cool jacket and be like, look, I'm just worried about the First Order. That's all.
Maybe it's a post jacket that he gives to Finn later.
Nice.
Maybe.
So what do you think?
Like
what do you think, Goose? What do you think? What came to your mind?
Well, Qui-Gon saying it to like Ahsoka or Anakin. Like I want to say Ahsoka just to like not say Anakin because technically their thing is kind of the same. So let's just say Ahsoka to give Anakin a break. He's
God, that's good though.
We've talked a lot of smack about Anakin, but I just see Qui-Gon chilling on a boat, you know.
Yeah, you know Obi-Wan, like just like
out of the blue, like Obi-Wan's just he's fine fishing or something.
Fishing, yes, that's what I saw.
And then I was just like, what the fuck, man? Like I'm just.
And then he's right. Be mindful of
I'm
the force.
just trying to fish some Mon Calamari here. It's like, what the hell, man?
That was good, Jerry. What did you think of? Anything in particular?
No, not really.
This cookie's too damn good to think.
Yes, it is. I'm trying to clean up I'm in the process of cleaning up my desk. So
as you eat
with my mouth.
Like a vacuum cleaner. A calm sea does not make a skilled sailor. You could almost say like that's a Han Soloism or something almost.
Wow.
It's too deep for Han.
It's too deep for Han, but I think also like a calm sea does not make a skilled sailor, and Han Solo sails through way. He doesn't sail through calm sea at all ever.
No,
true.
You know,
in fact, that man is in a calm sea and goes, "I'm gonna swerve into this whirlpool real quick. Hold on."
That is true.
It's very Beckett when you think about it. That's something Beckett would 100% say as well.
I see that.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson kind of thing.
Yeah.
A calm sea does not make a skilled sailor. Or something.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah, that is close
good.
enough.
The
Damn,
southern space southerner.
William made a good one as well, second Death Star, because they think they've got it made, the entire thing. They even have the whole, they're getting a trap from all sides, and then boom, the switch is flipped, and they win on the bottom. They win on the land, so they can overtake the top. I mean, that's cool. That's deep.
Or the Jedi Order at that point.
Oh, the Jedi Order is also a great, what a great parable. What a great George did that so well.
Good old Georgie.
Yeah, that may be my favorite thing of the prequel trilogy is the hubris, the idea of hubris. I mean, that was just so well done.
Twice the price, double the fall.
I mean, literally.
Double the fall. Someone might have done a very interesting Dooku accent last night. Maybe not.
Someone did. Just like where you when you were walking to the drugstore or something,
maybe
to
not.
grab your tonic.
My what?
Tonic.
My what?
Yeah. What?
I don't know.
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about either. Here we go.
Oh God,
we'll do another
bad.
Panda.
That was scary.
Panda Express one. Did it really?
There's been a lot of Panda Express ones.
Actually, this is only the second one.
I thought it was the fourth one. I'm not here to judge anyone's Panda Express.
You know what? I've had too many of these. I don't know.
The amount of MSGs in those would make your brain memory, like your brain. You would have
crackhead on the way to the apothecary.
Hey, it's me, Watto. Here in the nursing home again. I've had too many MSGs. Wow, that is stale. That is styrofoam.
I love when he does that. Every time it makes me laugh. Out of focus, but I like
Out
it.
of focus.
It's a good look. It's like an
mysterious.
album.
Damn, like a Britney Spears video over there. Oh my god.
Toxic bitch.
Oh, here we go. You are gifted with artistic talents.
Me.
Joe Organa. Oh.
You. Yeah.
It's okay. All of us.
Yeah, I guess
I'm gonna go with Sabine.
Ooh,
that's a
Sabine.
good
Quite
one.
literally.
Or
her father, which I forgot his name. I just watched that the other day too. Papa Bean.
Papa Bean.
Mine's Max Rebo.
Oh,
damn, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
God
Mine's
damn,
Max
I love
Rebo.
you. I'm
It's
still
like-
gonna commit to this cookie.
Max Rebo, maybe even Figure and Dan. I don't know. Like, there's people don't talk about the musicians in Star Wars enough. I've actually, I guess I could say this. Me and my buddy Eric have discussed in recent years how cool it'd be if they did a Star Wars like La La Land, but in Star Wars. We've talked about that.
La La Land, but in Star Wars.
Star Wars, but it's like way more. I like Out of Focus, Gus. This is my favorite look. Look at this. This is awesome.
I don't know what's going on, but
get close to your camera. That usually fixes our Logitechs. You get close, it'll focus on you. Maybe I like this. This is a vibe.
Or act like you're high fiving Paul Stanley, but high five your camera.
Okay,
and then
pull it.
I know what I'll do.
I like the
I know what I'll
mystique that
do.
it gives you. I like the
Oh,
mystique.
I think it went back in. You're back in focus now. You're back in focus now. You're good. Oh, I think this stick his butt in the camera. I got very excited. Uh-oh. I like this.
I know where this is heading.
It's fixed.
Oh,
better.
come on.
Rad.
Don't do the Eli thing. Come on.
Don't
He likes
do
that
that Eli thing.
He looks great.
Oh, it looks better now though. It does.
Look at this. Look at this. There you go.
Thanks.
Broke
Boo.
the
Listen,
camera.
At least I appreciate
They even
that.
yelled it at you. They even.
I appreciate that you destroyed my reputation on Twitter, but you at least had something nice to say.
He's so handsome. He broke
about
the
my face,
camera.
Oh man, that's great.
Now, if only I could get other people to think this.
Well, it doesn't take much work from us.
Boop needs to be our hype person, like everywhere we go.
Yeah.
For real.
Everywhere.
Oh,
That was a good one. Yeah,
everywhere.
musicianship. You know, even something like architecture. Like I'm waiting for, and I know you work in architecture, don't you, Goose?
I
So,
am
like,
an architect. That is.
There
true,
you go.
yeah.
Okay, so to like, I would love to
That's
see
exactly what he does.
that design
Literally,
aspect in Star Wars. Like I would love to see someone who's like, yes, I'll build this here and I'll do this. Like there's something, you know, people don't talk about that enough in terms of like, obviously Doug Chang, Ralph McQuarrie, there's that aspect to it. But like in terms of like in canon things, you never really get maybe one of the best scenes about architecture. And I know this is so silly, but it's the scene where Din is like looking at the seeing stone and he's like, what are these words? And he's like scanning it. He's like looking around. You're like, that's the only time in Star Wars you kind of see someone admire what that is, what that experience is like. And I know it's kind of weird, but it's just something I thought about. Anyway, that's
Preston.
difficult.
I dig it.
Preston is yelling at us to open another fortune cookie.
Open the fortune cookie. Fingering.
Do what your show said you do. All right, shall we do one more? Is it one or two more? How many?
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Let's do two more.
Let's do two more. Okay, here we go.
We got one more after this one. Here we go.
This one's for
scared.
Preston. Here we go.
Not as scary. Oh, that was nice. That was
That's
really
little-
nice.
that one's fresher, yeah.
Y'all didn't see that, but Goose went, oh.
Ooh.
Is this a good one?
I was expecting like some,
Holy.
you know, but
Holy shit. So this has a learn Chinese option on the back, which we can opt to not do, because again, which one are you going to do first?
Learn Chinese.
You know, I don't listen. Okay, God. I
okay,
can't.
God. Thanks.
So the word is greedy.
Ooh.
And if I'm doing it correctly, I think it's Chan with an accent mark that goes over the A towards the N, like it lifts up towards the N. Chan. Is it? And what is that?
Couldn't tell you.
See, and this is why I'm saying we need to just let's get out of the hot water and turn the paper over and just.
Isn't that hot? It'd be one thing if you said something racist, but you didn't. I mean, it's just they wouldn't give you that if it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too into it.
If I turned into the dad from effing Peacemaker or something.
Yes, yeah,
like
that'd be one thing. But no.
Yeah.
Boo. Boo. Okay, God.
They very much are. They very much are. We don't listen. There's
All
a
right,
reason
here's
we
the
name our
fortune.
kids Chad. Okay.
I'm nervous.
Here
you
it
had
is.
Kind of a reaction to this one.
Here it is. Get ready. Buckle in.
Okay.
Accept yourself.
Oh shit.
Kylo Ren.
Oh,
that's a good one. Honestly, I'm having an
Well,
existential
I
crisis
take that back.
because of this one.
Take that back. Ben Solo.
That's the thing, right? It's the
damn
best
right.
line in
And his
Trust
good
too.
boy sweater.
I would have. No, I would have taken your hand, Ben's hand, and he's like, "Oh shit." Like,
He's like, shit, I'm
wow.
doing the wrong thing. Shit, I thought she liked the bad boy thing.
Yes,
Shit.
right there. Yeah, I thought you liked the bad boy thing.
Don't
This
yell
is
at
so
me.
true, though. I mean, that may be the
God
he may
damn,
be
Michael.
he may be the archetype character. I love that Paul wants us to get involved with this Duolingo.
Yeah.
What is happening right now? I'll read it like Paul. Learn Chinese with my affiliate link. Learn a language with me for free. Duolingo is fun and proven to work. But I love that it's not Chinese. That's not the language they speak. That would be very Paul to say something racist. Learn American.
I mean, this literally is learn Chinese. It literally says learn Chinese on the back.
Well, because Chinese people do not make those cookies, so there you go.
That's true.
That's
Learn Mandarin.
Huh.
Anyway, Goose, that is a phenomenal answer. Holy cow! Can you bring more out of that? I don't know, because that is already as straight up as possible.
I mean, Ben is the best answer, I think. I mean, you can go the obvious
Truly.
Anakin Skywalker, you know.
Yeah. But
Darth
I
Vader.
mean, oh my God!
I think the interesting thing with Ben, because he could have gone with like Rey too, but I think Rey found. I mean, she also needs to find herself in Tross, just because they gave her that little curveball with being a Papa Palps. However, I think it's just the duality of the both of them having to find their identity and their sense of belonging in the world and Last Jedi and Tross. So I think for Ben, it's a little more meaningful because he rejected himself to become a persona, right, of who he thought he had to be. Quite literally, like not just like in the Vader sense, because Vader literally became, a different being by being more machine now than man, twisted and evil. But like Kylo was not that. He's still whole, so to speak, and he's just like, no, I'm gonna wear a mask, even though I don't need a mask, so we can just reject the mirror, right, and just become a something else until he finally acknowledges himself. Unlike Rey, who still has to find herself, but she can always reckon with herself, She looks into the mirror in The Last Jedi, expecting to see someone else, just like Ben, but at the end of the day, she still sees herself. So it's a different binary in terms of like how Rey and Ben function in terms of identity, but their journeys are kind of the same in that sense.
See, what I love about that, and it's funny because it's obviously your first time being on this Bombadcast proper, but like whenever anyone takes an aspect of the sequel trilogy that I have not considered yet, the more brilliant, and those movies are brilliant, but the more brilliant it gets, because I never thought about Rey sharing that dyad experience, like true life experience, having to now in Tross accept who she is, even in TLJ, accept that she is herself. You have to accept yourself before you even accept your family. And like another one that my brain went to as well, which is a part of the new Disney Star Wars era, is Din Djarin. Because you see a hollow man.
He still hasn't gotten there.
He is still trying to go back to the people who hurt him or who cast him aside.
Like, my dude, you have not done any transgressions.
So, dude, you don't owe them anything. That's what I'm sitting here screaming at the TV. Yeah.
Alden Diaz brings it up, and
who's that guy?
The tapestry guy. He brings it up often, and it's one of my favorite lines.
Red guy.
Because of how he talks about it. I think it's brilliant. It's Chapter 3, the sin, and the sin obviously is the idea that when he turns in that baby, he has this utmost feeling of guilt the entire time. He knew what he did was wrong. And the line he says to the armorer is, "My armor has been compromised. I am in need of a," God, what's the exact phrasing? "I'm in need of maybe a new set," or something like that. Like, it's the whole theme of the show. That first season is like, he has to challenge himself with who he is. Then in season 2, he's like with the baby, right? And he has to let go of the child. And then now we got Book of Boba Fett. We see that a lonely, isolated person again, and he has to accept who he is. He even has to accept the fact that he's not a Mandalorian at this point, which is so important because like that's all his identity is until this point, And then of course, like y'all said, he's still fighting for it. He still wants to get that perspective on himself, but there's no point. I mean, you are more than that title, and that's such an important thing to learn. Like you may have a title, but you are so much more than that.
Right.
You have to accept everything about yourself, not just that one thing.
Which I think is the interesting thing about Mando. And like, this is just like, I was theorizing this in season 1. I'm still subscribing to it because I'm hoping that it goes somewhere, and it has to do with his armor. Obviously, the armor has been a metaphor for his journey and like how he's literally rebuilding himself. But I think the most interesting thing about his armor at this point is that it's raw, right? There's no paint, there's nothing that identifies him in terms of who he is, because every Mandalorian we've seen so far has painted armor. He has the sigil now of the I was gonna say Mythosaurus, not the Mythosaur, whatever.
Mudhorn.
The Mudhorn. Thank you. But so that's starting to kind of go in that direction, but still he's a blank slate, literally, and he's a blank slate because he hasn't created his own identity
That
yet.
is so good. That is great.
So my hope, or for the show, is that at some point he does paint his armor when he finally realizes that he is who he needs to be on his own for himself and without anyone.
Well, it's funny too because
that'd be a crazy day too when that happens. Can you imagine? Sorry. Anyway,
it took a character like Boba Fett to realize he didn't need the armor to be himself, which is the same exact idea of accept who you are. You had to literally be stripped of everything that you thought you were to then become who you are. And that's, I mean, Jerry, you went through that like in your life recently. You had to lose so much of what you thought was you to then become the you are now. Well, the happier, the more I guess accepted, like that. God, that is a profound thought there. I never considered.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, a lot of modern Star Wars is about broken people finding themselves, and it very much it wrecks me in the best way. So because
even Luke,
and we all have gone through that over the past couple of years in some way.
Very much.
Frankly, I like this answer from Woodsy real quick. Riva.
Oh my God. Yeah. Wow. She had fought herself so hard. She never wanted to be who she was. God,
I'm bawling like a baby every time I watch the end where she spares Luke and brings him back, and and she's like, I couldn't do it, I failed him, and like just like that whole thing between her and Kenobi.
Oh my God.
Saying, no, you've honored them. Like, am I like him? No, you're not like him. You're different. You chose to end the cycle of violence, and that, I think that's a beautiful picture of accepting who you are, she truly did, and she just like went on from there. I don't know. Riva is still out there. I want more Riva. She's cool.
I agree.
I agree.
Anyway,
that was a really good one. We should, let's hope we end on a high note for this next one, because that was a really really high note. I will probably I will walk away learning two things that I did not even expect. That one quote, the most recent one, and then the one about planning ahead with Leia and Palpatine. That honestly changed my perspective a good bit on how I feel about certain things. I mean, that was cool. All right, fortune cookies actually work, guys. I know it was an American scam.
I was scared, but it worked.
It worked. Damn it!
So listen. We like to scare you with like a title of something like what the is that?
Fortune cookies.
Goose had a tweet earlier, like I think it was yesterday, like I don't know what this is, but come find out with me. And it's like, oh my friend. You're right in the pocket. You're right in that pocket. We like you. Okay, here we go.
There we go.
That was a very soft,
that was really smooth.
Guys.
There
are two effing fortunes in this.
That's perfect. That's actually perfect. Read them both,
and they are two different ones. They are two different ones.
Read them both and choose the lesser and then the better one. Like I want to end on a high note. All right. So read the lesser and then read the better one.
Well, I'm going to read them and let's decide. Okay. So I'm going to start with the top one. Your future is whatever you make of it. So make it a good one.
Lame.
Sorry,
that is so damn lame.
Here we go. Your faith carries you through difficult times.
That's an interesting one. Okay, so the future one, we can talk about that real quick. I mean, read it again, Jerry, just to make sure I can.
Well, your future is whatever you make of it, so make it a good one. And I mean boring
Mine's-
answer.
Mine's
Anakin
Anakin.
Skywalker.
Yeah, because his dreams. He
Or
sees
Luke
dreams.
Skywalker is what I was thinking, but
Yeah, or Luke. Yeah, or Luke. Yeah, that one's not as exciting. The other one was really good, though. What was the other
yeah,
one
it was
again?
good.
The other one is your faith carries you through difficult times.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, man, and Leia.
Literally, I just thought of I have the poster right here. I just thought of Kenobi just instantly, just like him cutting up
In the
food
desert,
for
man,
his
yeah, yeah.
Ethiopi.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, Kenobi and Leia as
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
especially
100%.
during like the rebellion, because like her
Hey,
she
look who's
lost
here.
her literal home
Oh,
planet,
sweet Eli.
right?
Yeah.
Eli, what's up, buddy?
I mean, for me, Leia, what encapsulates for Leia is that it's just like I love the last Jedi so much, but one of my favorite scenes in the Last Jedi is precisely the final scene when Rey just has like the Skywalker lightsaber broken in her hands, and she's like, "How do we make a rebellion out of this?" And Leia just looks at her and she says, "We've got everything we need." And I'm just like, damn it! That's so
Leia.
good. And that's that quote. She's like, in adversity,
hope.
she has that hope.
That's
Help
a
me,
really
Obi-Wan
good
Kenobi,
point.
you're my only hope. It's just like, bam, she started
Exactly.
the whole saga with hope.
Ooh,
Rogue
Satine.
One.
I was gonna say
what did they send
Satine.
us? Boom, hope.
Satine is a
Woodsy
good one.
Woodsy coming out of the park with some like
Every
some
time
good
Woodsy brings some good
answers.
ones. Good lord, that's a good answer. Satine is a great
Satine,
example.
definitely.
Ooh,
High Republic. Ooh, High Republic answer. Marta Rowe. That would be.
That's spicy though.
Is that a good?
Well, she does have
taking it
hope.
in a positive direction, or
Right
a
now,
bad
she
direction?
thinks she's in a positive direction. Path of Deceit, like I like that book, but like by the ending of it, I was just like, not that I didn't like it, I just like felt, and I don't want to go into spoilers right now, but I just felt it was kind of prologue-y, if you know what I mean.
That's fair.
Yeah. At the end of it, I was screaming because
Not to say it was bad. I'm not
No.
saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying it
No.
based on how Phase 1 went. I think Phase 2 is still kind of like hasn't kicked into gear, if that makes sense. Not in the comic books though. I think the comic books, the Kevin Scott run is hitting the ground running, and it's amazing. But with the books, I'm still like
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that quote.
I would say
that
I've
quote
listened.
is-
Have you listened to the Battle of Jeddah yet?
I don't do audiobooks. I can't.
Okay. Battle of
mind.
Jeddah. Have you done Convergence?
Yes, I just finished it. Yeah.
Okay. Battle of Jeddah is pretty. I'm just saying. Anyway, Scotty,
Anyway.
you were gonna
No,
say.
I
very
I
much,
really
very much.
read it one more time if you can.
Your faith carries you through difficult times.
Thank you, Eli. Thank you.
I mean, Yoda being on Dagobah, always people don't talk about that one enough. Like
that's a
that
good
man's
point.
eating like rock soup. Like I mean, like literally, like I mean, he's got nothing. Like
How you get
he's
so big? You're
but
full of this
he's-
kind.
Yeah, literally, like Yoda being like surrounded by the Force is something kind of interesting. Like truly, the living Force is where he inhabits, right? Like a swamp planet. Probably one of the most terrifying ecosystems in the world. But like that being said, there's something there's something to reflect on with that idea. Like, his faith, and even though he does not have faith in Luke all the time, he has faith in Leia, which is also something to be said too. He knew the Skywalkers would do well. He just didn't know who would be the one. And Leia, just as much as Luke, had an impact on the overall story. Their faith in that child. And Padme and Anakin's kid, I mean, that was everything. And maybe one of the best scenes in Kenobi, we're talking about Kenobi as a character. One of the best scenes in Kenobi is the scene whenever he's talking to Leia at the very end. You are wise like your mother. You are whatever like your father. I mean, that's instilling that character within her. That is like, you need to stay true to yourself. Have faith in yourself. Because that's what you can do to overcome. But yeah, this was good. That was a good one. That was a really good one to end on. That was very nice.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Who the hell, Eli? Lieutenant Renz.
I have a meme for Eli, by the way. Everyone check out this meme I found for Eli.
I need to take a picture of that and send it to Trey. I'm sending that to Trey right now.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
I love William. Just like like everyone in the trash compactor. And they're like, this is great, very good, very
Oh
good.
man,
Their faith did
that's
get them
actually
through.
that is a good answer for real.
That's a
I
good answer.
actually agree with that.
Unfortunately, Trey has his notifications turned off, so he won't see it. But he got it.
He's sleeping.
Very true. Also, William. Very true.
I really enjoyed that. I don't know if anyone else has any other things they want to add on to before we close out this show, but
he answered. There we go.
Oh, he answered. Nice. Nice. That was great. Let's see if I can find this. I'm looking for another Eli picture that I have on here. I have an Eli photo.
Well, listen.
It'll load.
This has been a great night. This has been fun.
Yeah, I agree. I hope you enjoy it, Gus. I hope you really did. For real.
I still have quite a few. I have a bag in a cabinet that
you have like 7. You have like 17 more episodes here.
We got a lot. We got a lot. And let's just listen.
In a cabinet, every drawer.
Winter isn't over, and so
Under
there
the
will
couch.
be like there will be like more fortune cookies to come before winter is over. Let's just say that.
See, I know we were talking about
nothing wrong with
Dave.
Nothing wrong with
talking about Dave
no,
Filoni earlier. My faith in Dave has never been shaken, especially a low resolution Dave. Eli makes a thumbnail. Why Dave Filoni is the best. Look at this.
Who's that guy?
Look
Eli,
at like, if y'all can see it, Goose is taking a picture of a picture. You just made it even more low quality by doing that. You just like degraded the quality just a little bit more.
But it's purposeful though, because it's going to the right source.
That's right. It is 8-bit Dave.
This is,
if you don't mind, Goose,
that's Dave's cover band that plays weddings. Actually,
that's right. 8-bit Dave. Can you plug your show? I want people to understand what you do and your perspective, because I think it's very important to acknowledge it.
Thank you. I almost forgot that I had a show. Well, as people might know, the show is called Triad of the Force, and it's a show from 3 Puerto Rican friends, because we are friends from Puerto Rico. Most of us have known each other since high school. Others are a little later down the line, and we've always been talking about Star Wars for the longest time. And during COVID, one of the things, the silver linings of COVID was because we were forced to, have to communicate virtually like this and not have the flexibility to just be out and see the people we would regularly see. We kind of like reconnected in this virtual sense of talking about Star Wars. Thank you, Boop. And we just decided to, see a bunch of people doing what we already do and putting it out there. It's like, why? And it's always the same people, right? They look the same. They're talking about the same thing. And I think we look different. We're a diverse group of people from a different point of view, and we can come along and bring a different voice and a different narrative to that conversation, because I don't see a lot of people that look like us. So that's kind of the perspective from where we came from, and has been our mission since then, not just to talk from our point of view and our perspective, but also to platform other people and their points of views and their perspectives. So we've always made it a point through our channel and our program and our episodes to be inviting diverse group of people, so that we have not just a diverse group within ourselves, but also without ourselves, so to speak. Triad of the Force, man. We try to do our stuff one episode at a time. You can find us on all the socials, Triad of the Force, at Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, even though we're not on the Facebook, Hive, even though Hive died, and YouTube.
So honest. No, you should definitely go check it out. For anyone that hasn't had the opportunity to, I can honestly say, hearing different perspectives and voices really means a lot to me, because we all get stuck in our ways sometimes and how we feel and think. And it's just been nice to be able to relax and just being different, and
that's the way that you expand your horizons. You're able to become a more empathetic person and everything. Like, to see, walk in someone else's shoes for a while and everything. So I
completely agree.
Yeah, and while also keeping it positive and constructive, because there's also voices there that, I know they mean well and whatnot, but at some point they kind of become antagonistic to their own cause, and just like how they approach criticism or discussion into this media that we're supposed to love, right? So like our point is always to be like, okay, yeah, we can dislike something or not connect with something, but
Mm-hmm.
how do we talk about it in a way that's not putting it down? How do we uplift it,
Right.
even though we are not connecting with it? Because at the end of the day, that's the point, right? We're here to
That's
love
right.
what we love.
That's right.
That's beautiful. Well said.
And then love each other too.
That's
Yeah,
right. You got
absolutely.
to.
This right here. This
Yeah.
would honestly, and we can honestly say that this right here wouldn't have happened without Star Wars, which is crazy.
That's right. That's true. Through and through. And it's funny because I know I've talked to Goose about it in private, but we want to go on your show one day. You know, we want to be able to like when you do your Mando recap, like we got our own thing going on too with that. It's like, I don't know, we to have different perspectives and to be able to share our thoughts and even share people that, you know, like I'm sure we have people in the chat that had never watched Triad this evening and now they're gonna go and listen and be a part of that
You
experience.
got
Like,
to. I mean, come on.
It's
I'm
nice.
sorry.
Listen,
no, that's the thing. That's
it's a
that's how this
prerequisite for
works.
being a Patreon member as well, by the way.
Yeah,
Just
you have to. There's a legal
you have to like
contract.
Triad.
But really, Goose, thank you for coming.
No, thank you for having me.
We do have to baptize you though. You haven't been baptized yet.
Yeah.
You drink coffee? Do you drink coffee?
On the when it's free.
Okay.
Don't worry, we're not baptizing you in hot coffee.
Yeah, because I'm just like, oh, that's dangerous.
There were a couple of steps. Hold on. We it makes sense.
It is kind of like getting hot coffee like poured on your hand.
Honestly,
like
it's
a little
like
bit.
the Fight Club when they just pours those, you know.
Yes. So I know you met Paul. I know you met Paul, but I don't know if you knew that Paul was a big fan of Folgers back in the 90s.
This is your wake-up call. Time to reach, go for it all. Folgers stirs inside of me, and I know what I can be. Limit is the sky. Hey world, watch me fly. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
And he's gone. Everyone responds to that. I don't know why. Everyone responds to the spin and then his signature, and then he's gone.
Well, I'm just pretty sure that was not in the script. He was not supposed to do that. He's like, "Fuck it, I'm doing it."
And then he literally disappeared on set. Like they were like, "How the hell did
whoa!
he do that?"
We can't get that shot again. Damn, that was cool.
That's me.
That's a me, baby. Jared, we need to plug a few things before we head out too. Next weekend, very excited. Like we said
in this episode,
there is Saturday.
Plug-in.
That gay Jedi Chase Hauser. They're going to be coming on Hyperfocus. Very excited for this. I'm going to be watching it from a Mardi Gras ball. I'm going to go to the bathroom at this Mardi Gras ball, and I'm going to be sitting there watching this. So that is no joke.
Gonna yell at me and Chase. So
yes, hey. So we got that coming up. We also got this. Very excited. Jared, the Gray Jedi. Remember, people, they should have kept the chick. Okay, that's
all right, Paul.
All right, Paul. We got Jared when we talk about Revenge of the Sith, the video game, with a bunch of other people, an idiot's array, if you will. And then, of course, next Thursday. I don't think I've. Yeah, thank you. I don't think we've made a tweet about this one yet, but Brian Barry, the legendary, who's gonna come on for Pink Milk, is gonna come on, and we're gonna be talking and watching Bobby Wygant's coverage, her press coverage of the Empire Strikes Back media tour with Brian Barry. Oh, I love Brian. What a king!
Woo! I'm so excited.
I'm pumped.
Bobby Wygant.
One of the best.
Bobby
one of the
Wygant
best.
is just, she's a peach and everything.
Oh, so wonderful.
She's still with us, right? She is still,
still
with
alive.
Us.
I've noticed that the quality on her is a little Eli-esque, but you know.
A little bit, but not too much, though. Not too much. It was my tribute to Eli.
It's forgivable.
Yes, it's not like this. Or this. Shout out to Dave. And tomorrow I'll be on streaming Star Wars with Pete and Chris Ryan. So excited to be there. But all that being said, you know, I can say this over and over again, but we gotta let our guests say it. Now, you know, you can see it in the corner, Blockbuster logo. Our catchphrase is "Stay Bombad," and you haven't had the opportunity to say it. And yes, William, it's not scripted. It's Bombad, just like this. Can we get a good "Stay Bombad" before we leave? Is that okay? Can you do that for us, Gus?
You want me to say "Stay Bombad"? Everyone,
we do.
Don't forget, stay Bombad.
Did you say impossible? Pasquale? Only kidding, Jackie. I've changed my tune because I finally thought of a possible dream that we can all share.
What is it? Pasquale?
It's a dream about a world when nobody is poor or sick or hungry.
Oh, now that's a dream we can make come true.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good, gonna make a difference, gonna make it right.
As I point up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind.
I see the kids in the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their need? A summer's disregard, a broken bottle top,
and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer.
If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change.
I'm starting with the man in the mirror.
Oh yeah,
I'm asking him to change his ways.
come on, change. No message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Oh yeah,
I'm asking him to change his ways.
no message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change.
Time for us to take a break, but we wouldn't dream of being gone for long. See you in a little bit.